Welcome back, everyone. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, and the MLB, our six favorite picks are on the way. We have a long shot parlay at the end of this video. As always, if you are new, my name's Austin. As always, Logan will be joining us. Yesterday, 2-2 day. Man, it was annoying. Imanaga was free. Mets first five money line free. Our two hits allowed props just couldn't come through. You told us the White Sox had like 14 hits in the game. We'd be like, sure. At least five of them came off SWR. No, they didn't come early. They came late. Then Darvish just did not have it. Gave up a ton of singles yesterday. But Logan, let's bounce back today. We have five picks, including a long shot parlay as our sixth pick. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Will this be our final day betting baseball? We'll see. I've been honestly kind of enjoying it the last few days, or at least before I left for the cruise. Let's hopefully deliver you guys a great day. We'll make that decision tomorrow. However, speaking of tomorrow, an NFL game is on. Yes, our first ever regular season game, Eagles versus Cowboys. That video will be live later on tonight. The plays will be posted soon to the Dub Club. And of course, yesterday, if you missed it, our NFL futures video dropped. We have a 2-unit play. We have a 1.5-unit play, a bunch of stuff in there. I encourage you to go check that out. Last year, we dominated the NFL futures, and we didn't even play a ton, and we made over 3 or 4 units, despite only risking like 3. I encourage you to go check that out. The link is going to be down below and at the end of this video. Go tap into the NFL futures, but let's dive into some plays. We'll begin with an earned runs prop. I'm talking about Aaron Nola over 2.5 earned runs, currently minus 125 on Fanatics. A simple 1-unit play. Look, when you get guys that haven't been pitching well and they're facing the Brew Crew, you're going to probably find me involved because, look, Aaron Nola's coming in here, has not looked good. Obviously, he had a bunch of injuries early on in the season, caused him to miss a lot of time. But since his return, it's not like he's been lights out. In the 3 starts since his return, 6, 2, and 4 runs. The one that he technically went under, there was an unearned run in there. So that'd be tough if that happened today. But again, he's just not been pitching well. And you look at his underlying metrics, 15th percentile in expected ERA, 14th in expected batting average. It's not like he doesn't have a long leash. He's only, despite only making 3 starts, 95 pitches and back-to-back starts. We know the Phillies are trying to get 6 innings pitched out of Aaron Nola. Even if he's sucking, they will look for that, given the bullpen has not been great as of late. And we've seen this Brewers team absolutely rake since August 1st. They rank 3rd in batting average, 2nd in WRC plus versus righties. They also are absolutely dominating with runners in scoring position, 3rd in batting average, 6th in WRC plus. And also you look at Aaron Nola when he gets runners on this season, a 300 batting average allowed. So again, this could be Aaron Nola cruising, and then they figure something out. They see the right pitch, and then they just tag him for 3 runs in a hurry. The Brewers have done that time and time again. We know they believe they're 2nd in the MLB and 4+ run innings. I believe the Blue Jays are 1st, or they're flipped around. Blue Jays and Brewers are both right there. We know they can tag guys in a hurry. I can see them doing that today. Aaron Nola really struggling to miss those barrels, and we know this Brewers team has tons of guys that can hit those barrels. So love his over 2.5 earned runs. Not going to overcomplicate it. Brew Crew, we need you to show up after a day off. I certainly think they do just that. But speaking of over and earned runs, my boy Logan also has one. Logan, I'll let you take things away. Where are we going?
Yeah, this one should be familiar to you guys. It's a guy we faded before. Mitchell Parker, over 2.5 earned runs, minus 115 odds on DraftKings. Mitchell Parker's paid for us this season when we're fading him. I mean, it's not many things have paid consistently, but Mitchell Parker has been one of those guys. He enters this game with a 5.94 ERA, 1.47 whip. I mean, having a whip near 1.5, very high. Having an ERA pretty much at 6 this far into the season, also very high. I mean, these are just stating the obvious here. He's over this line in 6 straight games. So again, this better pay. I mean, the hit rate is definitely there. And he faced the Marlins earlier twice this season. First start, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. That was back in April. He was better. He was pitching better back in April for what it's worth. And then 3 1/3 innings pitched, 6 earned runs in June. So this is the 3rd time they're seeing Mitchell Parker. I think they'll be in a good position to hit him. Part of Mitchell Parker's problem is his home runs. I mean, this guy's allowed 2 home runs in back-to-back starts. He's allowed a home run, at least 1 home run in 6 straight games. It's just too high. I mean, he makes mistake pitches, and these hitters are just obliterating him. And that's what I like about an earned runs prop like this is, like, say we do get a couple guys on base, and then he makes a mistake because he gets a little nervous. Easily cash this over in earned runs. Parker's 3rd percentile in expected ERA at a 5.89, 2nd percentile in expected batting average at a 3.03. Those are just incredibly high StatCast numbers. I mean, just find something he does well this season on the StatCast metrics. You really can't. Marlins haven't been great versus lefties, but Parker is an exception because they've seen him before. It's not a lefty. It's not, he's not a power lefty at all. He doesn't consistently strike out batters. I think Mitchell Parker's in a really good shot in this one. We just have to hope he goes long enough. Looking at his game logs, I think he does go past at the 5 innings pitch mark and potentially give us run opportunities into the 6th. I mean, if I'm the Nationals, I want to get length out of him. But at the same time, they're not playing for anything this far into the season. So they're going to still roll with their guy, Mitchell Parker, and we're going to fade him once more. Hopefully that does pay. Austin, what else you rolling with, though?
Yeah, Logan, love the play. We always fade Mitchell Parker, and it usually pays. That's the rules. Let's dive into a couple first 5 overs. I'll begin with going out to St. Louis, and Logan will have one to follow me. I really love the over in this Athletics and Cardinals first 5 at 4.5 and -130. You could go full game, but man, whenever I try to fade good, bad bullpens and stuff like that, nothing ever pays. So I think if there's going to be runs in this game, they're coming early and often, just like we saw in the first game of the series, but not yesterday. Miles Michaelis was carving, but I don't think that's the case today. As we see the battle of 2 lefties, Jeffrey Springs versus Matthew Liberatore. I think either of these two offenses could realistically score 5 runs. I wouldn't be shocked if either of them tattooed the opposing starting pitcher. But we'll begin with Liberatore, who's had a great start to his season. He has really fallen off as of late, 3 earned runs or more in 4 straight starts. And it's not like he's faced juggernaut offenses. He's faced the Rockies, the Marlins, the Rays, and the Reds. So it's not like any of these teams are like, oh gosh, it's a blow up start coming to happen. That's not the case. But the Athletics could be that start for him, where instead of 3 runs, it's 5 or 6. And we've seen them absolutely destroy lefties. The last 6 they faced have allowed 6, 4, 4, 1, 4, and 8 runs. So again, doing a lot of damage against those lefties. And since August 1st, 4th in on-base percentage, 3rd in WRC plus versus lefties. So again, they've really destroyed them. I think Liberatore, again, that does not miss bats, could be in for a bunch of extra base hits from this Athletics team, which knows where to put the ball. Now, if you look at, obviously, Jeffrey Springs, I would say he has the easier pitching matchup because the Cardinals offense is dealing with some injuries here, but it's not like he's been coming in here on a great form. His last 4 starts, 4, 5, 1, and 3 earned runs. So again, some of those starts coming in Suter Park in Sacramento, where it is very hitter friendly. Sure, Busch Stadium is more pitcher friendly, but it's not like he's pitched all that great, and he's really struggling getting the swing and miss. 15 strikeouts over those last 4 starts combined. So again, this is a guy in Jeffrey Springs. You really never know what you're getting from him. Sometimes he looks great, and then sometimes the start and he just is giving up 4 or 5 earned runs. And if you look at the Cardinals, I get they have some injuries in there. They have been a very good offense versus lefties since August 1st. They rank 5th in on-base percentage and 8th in WRC plus versus lefties. The last 3 they've seen have given up 5, 7, and 2 earned runs. Those are guys like Austin Gomber. I get he sucks, but then Max Fried and Andrew Abbott. So again, they've seen some decent lefties and been able to tag them before. Last year, they did see Jeffrey Springs. Granted, completely different lineup. We get that. He did give up 4 earned runs in that start. Jeffrey Springs kind of starting to see those innings catch up to him, I feel like, this season. I could see the Cardinals, if they could get us a couple runs, we'd consider that a win. I could see the A's getting all 5 for us. I could see the Cardinals maybe, I feel like no one's going to back them today. I could see maybe them being a little bit annoying and running up Jeffrey Springs' pitch count. He is a guy that when he just doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. And it's extra base hits down the line into the gaps, or it's just a hit parade. That is kind of the Jeffrey Springs show. I could see runs from both sides. I'll take the over in the first 5. You could go full game, but again, never have any luck on the bullpens here. I'd rather just trust these 2 starting pitchers, fade them. I really like the over 4.5 in the first 5 of the Athletics and Cardinals game. But as I said, Logan also has an over in the first 5 to match me. It's going back to a scene of the W yesterday. Logan, take it away.
Yeah, another first 5 over we really do like. I'm taking the Mets and Tigers over 4.5 in the first 5, -120 odds on FanDuel. We're really emptying clip today. I mean, we don't mind the full game over, but as Austin mentioned, we don't have luck in bullpens. I mean, if I take a full game over, there's 6 runs in the first 5, and then there's nothing late game. So I like the first 5 over here. The Tigers, used a lot of their high leverage arms. Well, they could use all their high leverage arms today. The scoring could slow down. There's just a lot of factors. Let's just fade the 2 starters in this one. Clay Holmes starts for the Mets, 3.6 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. Holmes really struggles to generate strikeouts consistently. And that's what I worry about against the Tigers team is like, are they facing a guy that could just really, have him whiffing at the plate? Clay Holmes doesn't really do that consistently. 21st percentile whiff percentage, 22nd percentile in K percentage. He'll have a start every now and then where he gets the Ks, but they just aren't there, most games. And then we know a lot about this Tigers offense. They've been really good versus righties in their last 5 games, hitting 248, and they've been really good at home recently. I mean, they hit 281 batting average at home last month. Obviously, it's September now, but you had a full month sample size recently, and they were a great offense at home, and they're looking to avoid getting swept. And that just lights a little bit of fire over, a youngish team in the Tigers. I think we see a lot of effort from them, aggressive on the base pass early against Clay Holmes. And then on the other side is going to be Casey Mize starting for the Tigers, 3.95 ERA, 1.31 whip for Casey Mize. Mize's last 3 starts, 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 4 earned runs. There's a really realistic possibility that Mize gives up the majority of this first 5 over himself. He's 34th percentile in hard hit percentage. He's just, when he's getting hit, he's definitely being he's paying for it. And then we look at this Mets offense too. To say they're hot is an understatement. And when the Mets offense is hot, you just roll with it and you don't ask questions. Over the last 2 weeks, the Mets are first in the MLB in batting average against right-handed pitching, hitting 307. So they're hitting above 300 against righties recently. I love the Mets offense. I think the Tigers offense is scrappy. They're going to give us some runs early, and I think we cash this first 5 over. Love that as another pick. Austin, you got another one though. What you're rolling with?
Let's wrap up the card. Kind of to further hone in that point of why we want the first 5 instead of the full game. Given how the first 2 games of this series for the Tigers and Mets have gone, the Tigers have used all of their bad bullpen arms. So I really do think they use the high leverage arms. They haven't really pitched in 3 or 4 days. So that's why I like that first 5 instead of full game. I think there's runs, Logan. Let's get some runs. Final play of the day before we dive into our long shot parlay. Let's talk all about a team that is as inconsistent as it gets. But I think if they can't show up today, they might never be able to. It's the Kansas City Royals, -0.5 in the first 5, currently -120 on DraftKings as they face Caden Dana, and we have Ryan Berger making the start for the Royals. Let's talk first about Berger, who we obviously need to hold things down. Yesterday, Nolan McLean did his job. Today, we need him to do it, and he's been great since being traded away from the Padres to the Royals. He has been dominant. 2 earned runs or fewer in every single start. I think it's 5 in a row, and 2.54 ERA. He's been great with runners in scoring position this year, a 129 batting average allowed, 0.063 with 2 outs. So again, the guy has just been dominant. When guys get in scoring position, he's locking it down. And the Angels are anything but good right now. They're since August 1st versus righties. Woof, you look at their stats. They're ranked dead last in batting average, 28th in WRC plus. Taylor Ward's out now. I mean, they are down a lot of guys. Mike Trout's getting scratched with like infections and stuff. The team it feels like they've kind of given up. Now, yesterday they did win. Michael Lorenzen gave us a good start, but the Royals offense did absolutely nothing. If we could get 2, maybe 3 earned runs from Berger, heck, he could throw a shutout in the first 5. Wouldn't shock me. I think we have a chance to cash in this one. But the real fade comes on to Caden Dana. Now, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing his name right. I don't honestly care. I don't think he deserves that because this man stinks. If you look at his last 2 appearances in the MLB this season, he's given up 2 and 3 earned runs, and he's only pitched 3 innings in both of those. So it's not like he went 5 or 6. No, he's given up 2 and 3 and just a few innings. His last 7 road starts in the minor leagues. Let's keep in mind this is AAA in the minor leagues. His last 7 starts, 4, 7, 6, 7, 1, 4, and 5 runs on the road. The guy just cannot seem to pitch on the road, and that's where he'll find himself today against the Royals, who, sure, I get it. They are as inconsistent as it gets. I already said that. They are not a team that I'm running out to back every single day. Like, really, I would back maybe the Mets right now. Instead, they have to pick and choose their spots. Yesterday, I didn't want them against the lefty. Today, against the righty and Caden Dana, who's really struggling, they got to do something. They just have to. And if you look at the Royals, since August 1st against righties, 9th in batting average, 8th in WRC plus. They've had some blow-up games where they just rock guys, most notably maybe like a Jack Flaherty a few games ago. Casey Mize, even they had a great game plan against him. They got to win games. I mean, this is a team trying to fight the playoffs, coming off a loss yesterday. I would expect some good effort from them, both on both sides of the ball. And I don't know if Caden Dana can get guys consistently swing and miss. This Royals team that doesn't swing and miss at all, I think he could be in for a world of pain given how he has pitched so far on the road. We will fade him. Give us the Royals to win and cover the first 5. We don't care if they win full game. Cover the first 5 run line, -0.5. I think they do just that. And then our 6th and final play will be very common because it is just going to be a parlay of all our picks. You see them right here. All 6 picks parlayed together. Look, plus 2193 odds. I love our chances at cashing this bad boy. Again, if you want, we're going to be tracking that for a 0.2 unit play using the 33% boost on DraftKings. So if we manage to go 5-0 today, number 1, Logan and I will definitely be back tomorrow. Number 2, we'll be doing a victory lap like crazy because that would yield about 4 or 5 units back to the bankroll. Again, use that boost. I don't know how many more boosts they will have on FanDuel, but we are on DraftKings. You could I don't know. Well, you couldn't really play it on FanDuel. You could maybe look at some first 5 overs instead of those those earned run props. Maybe just taking the team that we are backing, taking their full game team total, get some decent odds on that. Either way, parlaying all 5 picks together, 2,100 odds. Let's try to cash that bad boy. Those are our 6 picks of the day. 5 straight bets, a 0.2 unit long shot. Let's have ourselves a wonderful day. Like I said, Cowboys and Eagles. First game of the NFL season. We'll be live later on this afternoon. And if you do me a favor, go check out the futures. Look, you're messing out on them. You could be maybe just tailing the regular season in the NFL. And then come the end of the year, we could be adding 4, 5, 6, maybe more units to the bankroll. So again, don't miss out on those. That futures video is right over here. Let's have ourselves a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow for some more picks. See you then. Peace.